Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. What temp? Holy shit, guys. Hey guys, so I'm back. It's Friday. Like, seriously, this week went by so fast. And today we're in my bedroom. So today I've been listening to the, oh my gosh, I've just forgotten the name of the book. The Spark Joy. Here on YouTube, I've been watching a lot of the channel How to Get Your Shit Together. Her name is Laura. She's from Ireland, and she has so many tips on like organizing, decluttering, and she's done the KonMari method twice. And she has these like check off lists of the different categories. And so basically the very first category that you're supposed to do is clothing, which clothing includes obviously any clothes as well as costumes, underwear, lingerie, vests, shoes, bags and purses, wallets, hats, scarves, gloves, belts, ties, and jewelry. I always talk about this. I purge all the time. Like there's always a donation bag or box near my front door that I pass off to my friend who works at the Safe House here in town, and they have a resale shop, and I take everything there. Basically, I mean, sometimes I take things to Goodwill, but I really try not to. I try to take it to the local shops, resale shops and stuff, because especially the Safe House, because they do actually have a shelter for women, children, and men. And so sometimes some of the stuff that you donate, depending on what it is, they may be able to use it at the shelter, and then anything that they can't use there, they put in the resale shop, which goes towards their nonprofit organization helping local people in need of domestic violence and sexual assault. So, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, this is gonna kind of be a weird weekend. My goals this weekend is to start the KonMari method in my house. Something that Laura from How to Get Your Shit Together, and I'll link her down below, is she put together the ultimate KonMari checklist together. And if you sign up on her website, which is howtogyst.com, I will also put that in the links down below. If you sign up for her newsletters, then you get a password to her resource library for all kinds of like organizational tools and this checklist. She breaks it down like you're supposed to pull out all clothing items all at one time, but if that seems too overwhelming, or if you have to kind of like spread it out over like a week or something and just do like category 1 clothes in like a week's time span, you can break it down into like tops, bottoms, like dresses, outerwear, that kind of a thing. And then you can even break it down even more depending on how much clothes you have. Like if you have a lot of long sleeve shirts, you could just do like long sleeve shirts at a time, that kind of a thing. I don't have that many. I mean, I have a lot of clothes as far as clothes that I don't wear, because I have some that I'm keeping to eventually one day make a t-shirt quilt and stuff out of. But I'm actually, and that end may come inside, because I'm actually attending this year, I'm attending a workshop on how to properly make a t-shirt quilt. So those will hopefully get done sooner than later. Because I mean, I've had the shirts for years. So there's that. But and she's done this method twice, and she has a lot of tips and tricks and things like that on her YouTube channel. I might have already said that, but I'm going to attempt clothes tonight. And that's, yes. Okay, so behind me is the contents of every drawer and every armoire closet in my bedroom that's considered like a top or a bottom or things like that other than jackets is pulled. I believe there's 1 or 2 clothing items that have never been worn in one of my guest closets, but it's like 2 items, so I'm not really worried about those at the moment. Pretty sure I'm gonna purge those as soon as I get to them. And there's a few items in my other guest bedroom that weren't mine. So since it's probably a total of like 7 or 8 items, I'm not concerned that they aren't in this pile. Now, there are a couple of things, several things in here that I have been putting off to the side to eventually put in a t-shirt quilt or do some kind of a special project with, which I need to give myself a deadline for, because why am I saving it? But there are a few things that are actual like mementos that at this point in life I'm not gonna get rid of. But this is everything. Look, oh my God. That is everything pulled out, but that is significantly less stuff than I had even 6 months ago, a year ago. Like, I am continuously purging, and I've been more cautious about what I'm buying, and getting more staple type items and occasional fun, crazy stuff, at least for things that typically go in the closet. I am a t-shirt and jeans person though, so I do have many years worth of t-shirts. So these 2 piles right here, this one and this one, are my keeps for the closet. And some of them are mementos, like this pile right here has a vintage Astros jersey and my master's and undergrad graduation gowns. So there are some like memento things, and then my work uniforms, so I kind of have to keep those, although I did purge 4 of those out of my collection that I'm not going to donate. I'm going to see, because they're still in really good shape, I'm going to see if anybody at work wants them. And this is my going away pile for the closet for the hang up clothes. And if that doesn't look like a whole lot, it's this many hangers. Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest. I said before, I'm a jeans and t-shirts girl. So I'm keeping this pile right here for t-shirts that I literally wear all the time. Some of them are seasonal. I don't feel as bad. I am keeping a sizable pile of shirts, so right here and right here, for future t-shirt quilts. It doesn't necessarily mean that all of these are going to be in a t-shirt quilt, but whenever I do get ready to start figuring out which shirts I want to do and which ones I want in the quilts, I'd rather wait, make sure I don't want them, and get rid of them then. What I'm getting rid of though in just t-shirts is all of this and all of this. So for me, that's honestly a really good purge. And also another thing that I'm gonna do, so that way the ones that I've been saving for memento, like possible t-shirt quilts, I'm going to move them to a different dresser that only has 2 drawers. So that way that dresser can just be those items. And I'm gonna move my athletic wear and my long sleeve shirts into my main dresser where I keep the rest of my t-shirts. I think it's going to be a lot better if the stuff that I'm actually keeping to wear is all in the same dresser, and the other one can just kind of be like a holding cell for now. So that's where I'm at. Next, I need to finish going through athletic wear. I went through a little bit of it. Bras, underwear, sleepwear, which I honestly don't have much of that, and socks. So those I may or may not do any type of like video showing that, because I mean, who wants to see which pairs of underwear I get rid of? I mean, I really don't want to show you that, but I will show you. So far I have one completely full bag, and that's all from my closet. All the shirts that I'm getting rid of will probably take up right at a full bag. So update, I'm still in the middle of folding the t-shirts to put them away, the new method, and they honestly take up more space than the way that I was folding them before. So I may not do the new folding method at this point, but I'm taking a break to eat. I've literally been at that since 6 p.m. It's now 8:30. I have taken a few short breaks here and there, but it definitely does take a little bit of time. Most of the time for me, though, is putting stuff away. Has been putting it away. T-shirts, though, really were a struggle for me to go through, and I've already gone through some of the other stuff that was left. I like would fold a few, and then I would go through a few things. There's less for me to get rid of as far as like socks and stuff go, and that's mainly because all my bras still fit. I regularly purge, you know, like sleep clothes. I purge my pairs of socks as soon as one of a pair gets a hole. And same thing with like underwear and stuff. So that kind of stuff I just regularly get rid of. So it's more of putting it away and finishing up the active wear. But yeah, I may not do the new folding method at this point in time, just because it's taking so much longer, and I'm not going to be able to fit as many shirts in a drawer as I was able to before. And no, I'm not okay with that. So I need to get better at either my folding skills, which is possible, but I want to have a bed to sleep on tonight. So I'm definitely going to finish up clothes tonight, and I'm going to stitch a little bit tonight, so that's exciting. But I am eating some of my King Ranch casserole because it's good and I'm really hungry. And then tomorrow I'll do like shoes and accessories and jackets and that stuff. And then I might save like jewelry for Sunday, because I purged a ton of my jewelry. Last time I did a really big purge, and I got rid of a ton of stuff, and so I kept mostly the good stuff, and just a few pieces of like costume jewelry or like things that I made. So I don't think there's going to be as much to get rid of from that pile, because I do have quite a bit of like really nice jewelry that I do rotate and wear. So yeah, I don't know how much of that's gonna go, but we shall see. Okay, so I'm home from the vet. Let's talk good news and bad news. Bad news, Potter does have a urinary infection. He peed on the couch last night, so I was able to put it in a cup thanks to the waterproof mattress cover on the couch and take it in to be tested. He does have an infection, and I asked why he gets them so frequently, and basically they said that it's very common for cats to have urinary issues, but basically whenever he gets really stressed, his body's natural reaction is an inflammation of the bladder, which gives him an infection because there was white blood cells in his urine. So he's on the mend, but he does not. They were like, you can bring him in and we can give him a shot, or you can take home some antibiotic. And it would stress him out even more to be in a kennel, so I'm just gonna give him the antibiotic. It's 2 milliliters of this stuff twice a day, and I have 30 milliliters of it, so like 15 days, I think. That math is wrong. It's about a week. I don't know how to count. Anyways, I just gave it to him. Apparently it tastes awful, and I gave him the first milliliter because the dropper is 1 milliliter at a time, and yeah, he hates it. And he ran away, so I had to go catch him to give him the 2nd milliliter for this morning. So pray for him. Haley is doing great, although she does have cognitive disorder, which is basically dementia for dogs. And she's showing a lot of signs of dementia. So now I have to pay attention to her eating habits. And if she goes like 3 or 4 days without eating instead of like her normal like one day every couple of days to 2 days every couple of days, this may be Haley's last year. So, on to organizing shoes. But she's had, I mean, as sad as I am, guys, honestly, she's 17 and a half years old. She'd be 18 in December. She's had a fantastic life. Like, she's never had any, like, serious health issues until the going deaf and the dementia. She's a fantastic dog. So. Yeah, the vet said that at the point that she's at, it's going to start getting more rapid. So, just have to keep an eye out and might have to make some decisions in the next 2 to 4 months. So, we'll see. I'll try to get her in as many vlogs as possible. I can't really get her in FlossTube. It's too hard to get her into FlossTubes, but I'll try and vlog her more. I will. Okay, so these are the shoes. Just not in my closet. And then these are the rest of them. So I use these sweater holders to use vertical space for my shoes, and then I also have a shoe rack down there and a few scattered down here. So I have my work cut out for me. I also have some shoes in the closet in one of the guest rooms. So let's get started. Here is all of my shoes minus a pair of flip-flops that are in the living room, but I'm not getting rid of those because I wear them all the time. So those are definitely staying. There's so many shoes. Is anyone a size 10? Some of these are like barely worn. So while I am keeping around 60% of my shoes, this is big progress for me. Shoes are one of the biggest issues for me, but there are a couple of maybes that have kind of gotten lost in all of my shoes, so I want to keep them and see if I wear them over like the next 6 months or so. And if I don't, then in 6 months, I'll be more willing to get rid of them than I am right now. And it's literally just because I honestly forgot that I had them because I had so many shoes. But these are my keeps on this side. And all of this is my giveaway. I mean, that's really not bad. There's at least 20 to 25 pairs of shoes in the giveaway, and they're also all piled on top of each other. So I'm only keeping like 35 pairs. Oops. So I am keeping quite a few baseball style hats, but these are all gonna go in my truck like I talked about, and these are the nicer ones that I'm gonna keep in my closet. These are the scarves that I'm gonna keep for now because I actually really do wear these ones throughout the season, and I organized my hats and my gloves. But this is everything that I'm getting rid of from the scarves, hats, gloves category. There's a nice hearty little pile here. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm happy with the progress that I've made so far at this point in time. It's almost lunchtime, so I'm about to take a break to eat, and then I'm definitely taking a break to stitch. But I have 4 completely full bags of donations, and all that I have left is jewelry and handbags. And like I said before, I'm not touching the ones that were my mom's. I'm only going to go through the bags that were mine because I do have a container of some of her bags. I'm not going through those. I'm not including those with ones that I need to go through. Those are ones that if I'm going to go through them again, I need to consult with my dad on them. But I may save bags and jewelry for tomorrow, so I might be stitching for the rest of the day and just cleaning and doing laundry and stuff because I've got to take the couch apart again. So we'll see what happens with that, but my progress so far has been amazing. So I hope that y'all are enjoying watching me do this in between stitching. I'm planning on doing a little bit of it over the next several weekends. Weekends are really the only time that I'm going to be able to work on it. So the method itself is going to take me a while to do, but I'm okay with that because I don't want to overwhelm myself at the same time. So I'm going to put this stuff back and we'll work on stitching. Okay, so I was gonna wait until tomorrow, but I just can't. I really want to stitch, but I've been trying to stitch and I've barely done anything in a while that I've been attempting to. And it's mainly because I have one category left to finishing the KonMari method for clothing, and it's bags, purses, and wallets, and I can't. So this is all my purses and wallets, and I do have a few bigger bags and like backpacks and things. I'll pull those out next, but this is all of my purses aside from the one that I'm currently using and the other one that I'm currently using, which sounds really weird, but I've been currently using a particular purse and I only switched to a different one because I went to a certain event. Last weekend I went to that musical, so I brought my crossbody, And they're both in the kitchen, and I know those are definite keeps, so I'm not even gonna bring them in here. But let me show you. These are all of the purses that I have, and I know that some of them are in their Coach protector bags, but oh my, so many bags. And actually, I lied. There's another wallet because I just bought a new wallet. Oh my Lanta. All right, let's get to it. I am done with clothes. I'm so proud of myself. I'm not gonna open up every single drawer in my room because I have dressers, but I will show you my closet. So come with me. So this bar was full. Push all the way as far as you could to about right here. So lots of improvement. My weekend bag and the backpacks that I'm keeping for right now, I've put on the bar to keep them off the floor. And I've already taken out about 50 of the hangers that I'm going to donate. And my friend actually is going out of business, and she has nicer hangers. And I've already talked to her about buying some of her extras to replace all of my hangers with nicer ones. So the rest of these and these will get donated eventually. My purses used to take up all 4 of these shelves. My purses are now on this shelf and this shelf, and I have a small weekend bag and a tote bag in here. That is my down comforter for the winter. These were some of the items that I decided to keep. I have my undergrad and master's gown. I have some clothes that my mother made the year before she died. My great-grandmother made this jacket, and I actually sometimes wear it, as ugly and dated as it is. I actually really like wearing it. And then I have my Berkman jersey. These are 4 t-shirts that I didn't show y'all, but that's because I use them as artwork, and I'm planning on framing them or putting them on canvas and decorating this corner up here. These are some pants in the size 2, blah, blah, blah. 2 sizes from what I'm in, 1 size from what I'm in, because I am currently losing weight, so I decided to keep those for that. This bin with my regular hats used to be on top of this, so I'm going to use this as a decorative space, and I moved them right here so that way they would be more accessible to me. Those are my current jeans and jean shorts, and this is my jewelry cleaned out. There's now only 3 pairs of shoes on the bottom and some slippers, and all of my shoes nicely fit in here. I can see everything, and I'm excited to wear some of the ones that I forgot I had. So that's really nice, and it's going to be a whole lot easier to keep tidy. As far as everything else goes, clothing wise, I already told y'all about that. I have a totally empty drawer in my yellow dresser right here, and I would have had an empty drawer in my other armoire, but I moved a few things from the closet that better suited being in a drawer. Leggings. And my other dresser has those shirts that I want to put into a t-shirt quilt. I did just do a load of laundry, and so I am gonna have to go through the clothes that were dirty while I was doing this yesterday, but it's not a whole lot, so I'm not too worried about it. And I'm really pretty proud of myself. I got rid of probably half of my purses, but half of that half I'm gonna attempt to sell because they are high-end brands, so pretty excited. It is Sunday morning. I got peed on this morning because I had the cats blocked from coming into the living room because I didn't want anyone messing with the couch situation until I get it all fixed back up. And someone wanted their food. So, glad I needed to wash my sheets anyways. All right, so I did work on the bee sampler a little bit last night after I finished doing KonMari. So I did the outline, the main outlines of these 3 bees, and I started the bottom border of this part. So I'm kind of happy with it. I like it a lot. But it's going to be put away today. I know that I wanted to get that part finished, but I wanted to change my stuff. I wanted to be, oh my gosh, I can't talk today. I wanted to be moved on to a different pattern today, which is Sunday. And so I'm going to work on Halloween Town. I just recorded my newest Floss Tube video. I'm saving that now so I can get that uploaded for y'all. And yes. Oh, something else that I did last night was I was talking about that round robin with Michelle, Brittany, and Drew. And I was going to send the large London pattern by Citrovia. So I wanted to see like the size of like the center, which I said that I was going to do the center because it's massive. So I started that. I didn't do very much, obviously. But I may send a different one because once the center's done, it's not going to be easily or evenly divided for the round robin, and I don't want to do that. So oh my. So I don't want to do that. So I may send the Great Britain sampler. Because even though I've started that one, I started it to where like it would be easy to separate that into 4 even sections over this one, because it's all a whole bunch of little icons. There's not just like one giant thing in the center like disrupting all the proportions. So that may be the one that I send instead. So we'll see. But yeah, so I'm going to switch to Halloween Town today. Basically, my goals for today, because I've done so much this weekend, honestly, is to, I mean, I've got to do a little bit of like house maintenance, like cleaning, and like obviously I've got to wash my bed sheets that I just put on my bed. So there's that. But I've also got to finish putting the couch back together, and my friend is coming over later to watch Big Brother. And so I've got to, you know, make sure all those donations are ready to go whenever she gets here, because she's going to take them away for me. And I have another donations pile that I just honestly never put the stuff in a bag. So I'll probably do that as well, so that way that can go too. But I need to, like, tomorrow's trash day, so I need to like gather the trash and like make sure all the dishes are washed, and she'll probably eat dinner with me here, so we'll finish up some leftovers, which will be nice. And yeah, you know, just like normal before the week starts, chores types things. That's what I have to do today. But for the majority of the day, I'm going to be stitching because that's what I want to do. That's my life. So I'll let y'all know. I am putting away the bee sampler, but I'll be working on Halloween Town. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'll update y'all throughout the day with what's going on and progress on that. So see y'all. Alright, so it's been an incredibly long weekend. I took some like resting time, but I did get a decent amount done on Halloween Town in my opinion. So for this section, all that I have left is some eyes and the jack-o'-lantern's face and the blue in the house. So I'm about to be able to move the hoop. I have a few details in the center to finish. Like I have to finish some on the skeleton on the scarecrow, and there's some clouds, and I think there's another bat maybe. Could be wrong about that part, but I know there's a cloud, and I have a little bit to finish on the scarecrow, and then I can move it to the final section that I haven't done anything to. Other than that, I did a little bit more like picking up and stuff like that, and just relaxing. I'm incredibly tired, so I'm about to go lay down and try to get some sleep because tomorrow is Monday, so I've got to get ready for work. So, yep. By the time y'all see this, it will be Monday. So, I hope that y'all have a great week, and I will do this next weekend. Bye, guys.